Let's talk spring fragrances, Effortlessly Chic Edition, Part 2. And just to recap, effortlessly chic means someone that is not really doing too much, but they still get noticed. From one of my favorite perfumers ever, this is Solar Blossom by Mise en Serre. This is such a smoothly, beautifully blended orange blossom, neroli, vanilla, jasmine scent. If you're a fan of Sintra and Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian, this is like a more subdued, demure version of that. Super feminine and just incredibly airy and fresh. This is La Imperatriz by Dolce & Gabbana. I love a tart, crispy little fruity floral, and this hits the spot just right. Another budget-friendly one that I think kind of goes under the radar is a DKNY Nectar Love. This is one of those fragrances that has a perfect little concoction of notes, perfectly tart but sweet at the same time. If you are a fan of the Aqua Allegoria line, I think that you'd really enjoy this budget-friendly version of that. Longevity is not going to be the same, of course, but I use this kind of like a body spray. If you're looking for a tea scent this spring, try Vanille de Madagascar by Chopard. In the opening, you do get some tea sharpness, but that eventually dries down to just a really skin-like citrus vanilla that, while maybe is not like too in your face, I have gotten so many compliments on this, and I think it just gives off like this beautiful, luxurious, easy airiness to it that is really enticing to people. If you're a fig lover, then you need to get your nose on Fig Fever by Hermetica. One thing about Hermetica is that they don't create fragrances that smell like anything else. I kind of struggle with fig, actually, especially fig leaf, which is the very first note in this fragrance. So surprisingly, this just ends up being such a fruity little sweet take on fig, but still preserves its greenness. After I get my hands on a big bottle of Tanger by Armand Jane, I'm coming after Levant by Armand Jane. Armand Jane just knows how to do florals, period. In Levant, you get a perfect balance of citrus and florals that are beautifully braided into a nice amber base. Another Armand Jane that I'm sampling through and loving this spring, Champaca. I didn't realize that this was made in 2002. I just had heard so many good things about it and I decided to give it a shot. And yet when I put my nose on it, for the first time, it just took me back to the early 2000s. I'm convinced I knew someone who wore this. I don't know if it was like a teacher. I definitely don't think it was any of my friends because, I mean, who was affording Armand Jane at that time? But maybe like someone's mom. This is the power of Armand Jane, you know, how well they work their fragrances so that it still smells perfectly modern. This could have easily just been made in 2022 and there really wouldn't be any difference. I would say these two both have that dewy floralness to it in the opening. The only difference being that Champaca remains dewy and Levant gets like a little dash of amber in the dry down. That doesn't make it any heavier, but just gives it a little bit more of a sexy twist. Another perfect